Good morning, good afternoon. Hopefully, Nikolai. Hopefully. Yes, Marvin. We're back. My dad is hoping for some top split action today. Yo, Polaris, how's it going? Welcome, welcome. Hopefully you guys enjoyed yesterday's video. Oh yeah. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it's just such a rough situation, man. I really did try to not just be a negative Nancy for the whole thing and not offer potential solutions, but yeah, it just sucks, man. It's been a rough few months. It's hard to be positive on everything, just with everything that's going on. Yo, yo, welcome. Is that possible with the track or not? Also top split. What do you mean, Marvin? I'm hoping we get top split today, but we're only 2.4k, so we would need to get fairly lucky, I think. Get the aircon on. If it'll pick up my glove, there we go. Yeah, I don't know, that was a hard one to make. I didn't want to just be shitting on everything for the full video, but there's just some things that had to be said, and I can't think of all the solutions right now. I'm glad it came across like that, Polaris, because yeah, that was kind of the intention. It was meant to be more constructive and conversational, rather than just criticising everything and everyone. I appreciate it, Nikolai. Well, I don't know, Marvin. I was in second split yesterday, so this remains to be seen.
That was your fastest lap of the session.
Hello, Johan, in the YouTube chat. Yeah, that's have been okay. Especially for Donington National. Things out. Get a feel for the car, and then over the weekend start working on Spa. No more rain. I think it's only in the Open Series where rain is possible. Yeah, it's time for full streamer, yeah. I mean, I enjoy streaming. It's good fun.
That was your fastest lap of the session.
That's really good, Nikolai, yeah. Child has been rapid. Oh, Jesus. Hey, Christoph. How are we doing today? Yeah, that's just not that, Kev. Oh, nice. That is W timing. Yeah, not too bad, man. Not too bad. Why do I have all the lines up there on the FPS box? They're just ones that monitor like how the PC is running, like how the sim is rendering on the PC. You know, if you're getting like FPS stutters and stuff, one of those lines will typically fluctuate. You can see which one it is and then research why it's doing it and then potentially fix it. Time for more Rallycross. Gained 300 iRating yesterday. Yeah, I want to get some more Rallycross iRating on my main account, but some of the races are just super dead. Fox Sports Car. One KI rating in 2 weeks. That's mental. Yeah, honestly, Rallycross is really fun in iRacing. It's one of the most overlooked sort of disciplines. It is really, really fun. I've just overdriven the entry. Fuck's sake.
Ready, cut the course.
Right, 3 minutes till the race. Always worth a try. Car actually handled that better than I anticipated. Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing the Rallycross World Championship come back. If it did, I'd be in there. Morning, yup. How we doing, bud? We're about to find out in 2 minutes' time. I suspect not, but we'll keep getting there. I've got time for this race and hopefully one more. It all really depends on whether my son is in the mood to nap or not. Almost time for my vacation. Oh, very nice. Where are we off to? Yeah, my work's been mental recently. Like all the coaching stuff has really picked up. I think I spoke about it yesterday on stream actually, so I may not go over it again. But yeah, oh, you're going to the 500? Oh man, that'll be awesome. That'll be really cool. But yeah, no, the coaching's been quite busy, which is good. Put that there. Yeah, that's a bit better. Good morning, Craig. How we doing, boss? Spain on the 16th? I'd love to go back to Spain. Me, the missus and the kids went last year and it was a great holiday. Our first big family holiday, all four of us. May need coaching at some point. You hit a brick wall at 3k. Yeah. Yeah, happy to help you, Polaris. Whenever you need the support, just reach out. Just getting to work. No worries, Craig. No worries. You've got a sim at Indy from a guy, you know. Oh, very nice. You can do a PES qualifier race from there. That's got to be good luck, right? Doing a PES quali from Indianapolis. One of the temples of motorsport. Alright, session's launching, let's see. We're gonna get thrown in the top split and get spanked. I suspect we are. There's over 100 people signed up. There's no way I'm making top split at 2.4k. There's not a chance. Even just in that practice session alone, there was quite a few guys that were like high 2ks. Yeah, exactly. That's what I always say to people with ProQ. If your goal isn't to like, if you're quick, but your goal isn't to like become pro, you're just naturally good at the game and whatever, just do ProQ for a bit of a laugh. You know, you might learn something. We're in second split again, but we're car 4, so we're close. We're only 20 I rating away from car number 1. So a win here could get us top split. This is fixed, Craig. I'm hoping to do the open race after this, but it all depends on my son. He is not a fan of sleep at the moment. I got done with coaching at 1 AM, fell asleep around 1:30, and then he was up at 6:30, which is not like him. So yeah, we're on 5 hours of sleep, and his napping schedule is just a bit all over the place. Yeah, he just wants to party, man. Also, when I went on the school run this morning to take the daughter to school, been starting to leave the puppy out of her crate because she's like 8, almost 9 months now, and she's starting to calm down a bit and she's built that trust. I get back today and the TV's off, and I'm like, oh, that's strange. I left it on. It was like Top Gear was playing or something. And when I walk in the door, there's a TV remote in the middle of the floor. Now, she's already destroyed one remote, the Sky remote, the Sky Sports and all that kind of stuff. She's destroyed that already. That's the back end is completely gone. But there's a massive hole in it, and the TV narration is stuck on. So every time I change the volume, the TV goes volume up, volume down. And when it says it, it mutes what I'm listening to. So every time I try and do anything on the TV is telling me what I'm doing, and anytime I put the batteries back in the main remote to try and turn it off, it turns the TV off because the on-off button's stuck down. So the little shit has lost her privilege of sleeping on the sofa. Yeah, I'm stuck in like a vicious cycle of the TV talking to me, and when I want to try and turn the narration off, the TV just turns itself off. So I'm down 2 TV remotes, and my TV's, you know, like when I'm watching YouTube, it will come up, unskippable advert, 30 seconds, and then it will start counting down how long's left on the advert, and it's like, please stop, I can see. Then it will say skippable ad in 5 seconds, then you skip it and it goes ad skipped, next ad, 90 seconds, unskippable. Enough to make you want to just put your fucking head straight through the thing. So that's been my morning. It's been great. I've got 5 hours sleep and a TV that won't stop talking. Apart from that, we're good. It's just another day in my life, Christoph. Oh, mate, like... I was going to start talking about the issues I've been having with Virtus Pro, but I don't know if I can say much on the stream. Man. That's not even top 10 for me, Craig, yeah. Yeah, Finn Bob, I am, yeah. I have been since 2019, 2020. I've been doing esports since the end of 2016. into 2017. Right, here we go. That's an automatic half a second right there, surely.
Green, green, green. Here comes your first time
The
lap.
YouTube chat doesn't work. What do you mean it doesn't work? I saw chat messages coming through earlier. You entered preschool in 2016. Yeah, I'm old. I know that's going to annoy Craig, but made a comment and nothing. Yeah, the YouTube chat on my end is tricky because it's integrated like into OBS, but I can't put it through caps. Opa. Let's not do that again. Yeah, I can't put it through caps. And I've just not got OBS open right now on the top screen because I was checking something else before the race. Alright, let's lock in real quick.
One more lap.
Get a lap in. What is that understeer? That could have been a 0.5.
That's the checkered flag.
I don't think that's too bad. Besides the last chicane, obviously. That was terrible, but that was okay on entry here. I've just dropped the brake too early, I think. Yeah. I mean, is like a mid 103 decent in quali around here on fixed? Type of vibration you faced after an 8-hour shift. Alright, okay. Hello YouTube chat. I'm very sorry for missing the messages. It looks like the FFB is clipping a lot. Yeah, so I set the FFB up to where it will clip over large curb strikes because you don't really need any fidelity at that point. Doesn't really matter. Need to buy a universal remote as replacement? Yeah, probably. Probably. Do you think they should get rid of the GT3 regionals? I don't really know, to be honest. I mean, I've never raced in them. I know there's quite a few high I-rated drivers have used them to farm, so yeah, I see it, Craig. It's just because I didn't have OBS open on my top screen, so people were typing a YouTube chat and I wasn't responding. Because I had one of the stream managers open on the top screen just to check everything was running properly and forgot to flick the tab back over. Yeah, no, YouTube chat is working. I just didn't see the messages come in, so yeah, apologies. If there's a way I could integrate YouTube into the Twitch chat through caps, that would be splendid. But I need to speak to Moritz and see what he does, so that I can run it that way. You have 5k from GT4s. I'm looking forward to racing some GT4s actually. We can probably do that when there's a bit of a dead week with like P Cup or GT3. We can hop in some GT4s. I like those cars. Hey Joe. What's up? I'm getting called out for smelling. Can link YouTube and Twitch together using something Botrix and then get the URL for Botrix chat, slap that in caps. Oh, okay, David, yeah, that'd be... I might need a bit of help with that, but yeah, that would be ideal. There we go, like, my dad is a nice guy. My dad is really nice, he doesn't want to upset anyone. I know what some people are like about Smurfs. I'm just trying to... I'm not doing any last of firsts. I'm only 1.6k IR, started sim racing 8 months ago. I feel like it should be better by now. I mean, sim racing is like so... Sim racing is like so deep. Yeah, Craig, Samsoid and I go back. We go back a good few years. On the hoops. Nobody else will understand what that means, except Scottish people. Maybe some English people will get it, I don't know, but...
Good luck, everyone. Haven't raced it before. So, am I about to get schooled in how to get run off the track and dive bombed or what?
No worries, Oliver, mate, we'll take it easy on you, bud. Don't you stress yourself, mate. We're all just here for a bit of fun. Something about Celtic? Yeah, since the... Yeah. Why did I read this in a Scottish accent? Mate, Bomb Split's so much better than Top Split. I'm going to just intentionally crash just to stay in this split. Everyone's so wholesome. 3k today? No, we've only got time for this race and ideally one more, Joe. Top Split's always so toxic. Everyone's so fucking sweaty, man. No one ever talks.
Green, green, green.
Not that I can say anything. I don't talk in chat either, really, to be honest. What brand do I recommend upgrading from Fanatec? I really like the VRS stuff, personally. I've used it for... how many years now? 4 years? Almost 5? And I've never had any like technical failures, like throttle pedals, brake pedals going. Sometimes you get the odd wheel rim cable, but I don't think there's any wheel rim company that is immune to that. Used to yap a bit until you got a chat ban. Yeah. I used to have a good bit of the voice chat when I was, you know, back in the early days when I was lower I rating. But I've had, I think, 4 or 5 chat bans over the years. So I just disable it now because I can't be bothered. No reason to ever intent wreck. Well, I don't know. Speak to me 12 years ago, that boy in rookie street stocks, he had it coming. My first ever ban. Got a livery ban on trading paints. Yeah, I remember being like a crackdown a while ago on it because there's people flying around with like Pornhub paint schemes and stuff. You drive for a certain team, there's a lot of reasons. I'm on the drive in that corner quite badly. Russian Gargoyle. I never got banned for that one. I did have to send like an official apology though, just to, well, I didn't have to, but I decided to just so I wouldn't get banned. It was my rookie year in an iRacing World Championship and hit the wrong hotkey. Called someone a Russian Gargoyle and they weren't even Russian. I still want to compete, Joe. Yeah, I still want to join an esports team and compete in special events and MC esports and all that kind of stuff, you know. I'm by no means retiring. I'm just feeling a little bit bummed about the way that everything is faring at the moment, and you know, there's a lot of good comments on that video as well, you know. A lot of very valid points. Most of which I'd seen from the Esports is Dying video that I done a couple months ago. Very much sort of a lot of people echoing the same sentiment that why would I choose to watch a sim racing race when I can just go and race it myself or just watch the real thing, which is completely valid and I understand it. I think I feel like getting more viewers into sim racing is going to have to come from people who just enjoy esports, like, you know, like your Rocket League players and, you know, Call of Duty, League of Legends, well, you know, the people who, Counter-Strike, like the people who watch esports in general, getting them into sim racing esports, not trying to attract real racing fans into sim racing, because that sim racing will never beat real racing, and that fact. May get more excitement in some sim racing races if the format and the cars allow for it. But yeah, I think it needs to try and appeal to actual esports enjoyers, not real life motorsport fans, because I mean the average age of a sim racer is probably older than most other games, you know, and you're not going to be able to attract guys who are 40 plus to watch sim racing esports. Like, they're just not going to give a fuck, right? Let's be honest. There'll be some, but majority just won't care. What, the Smurf? Oh, Kevin Ellis? Yeah, my dad. Yeah, since like that's what I mean though, like there's, you know, people like yourself, there's still people who enjoy esports at you know, that kind of age, but for the majority of people at that, in that age group, they're just not going to be bothered. And that's why I think trying to appeal to the younger demographic and trying to pull them from other games is probably the better option. You're never going to convert a real life motorsport fan to sim racing esports, really. Yeah, I mean, the big problem that I forgot to mention in that video as well is, like, you know, it's for more a problem as well for the teams. Like, all these sim racing esports teams, there's absolutely no ROI for them whatsoever. Any money that they pour into drivers on salaries and support staff and you name it, they will never make anything back on that. That is an investment that they're making, knowing that they're going to be losing all of it. Yeah, the older guys will never really be interested in esports, you know, like in general they're not as competitive at that stage in life. And again, this isn't all of them. This is just the general trait of like the older generation is they're not as competitive as they used to be. They don't really care about esports stuff. They would rather just watch real life motorsport because it's more interesting. Whereas the younger generation are a bit more impressionable, so you can potentially lure them in a little bit with, you know, exciting races, interesting content pieces and things like that. Yeah, I agree, Joe. The general coverage isn't brilliant. We need beef. Yeah, I agree. We need 2020 Benica versus Rogers. We just need that every year. That will pull sim racing out of its own grave. Yeah, we need rivalries. Everyone's too friendly. Yeah, I agree, Lemon. Pro 2 trucks, Jimmy, yeah. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I agree, Polaris, yeah. I mean, the problem as well is like the more real life brands and companies get involved, the more political and PC it all has to become. And that's kind of where it's at. You know, you're not allowed to go on a broadcast if you're a Porsche factory driver. You know, you've got to be very diluted, very careful. You can't just go on a broadcast and go, yeah, some bloke bombed me in T5 and we all know he's a dick. And you do that, you kiss goodbye to the job, you know. And it's the same for the Red Line boys or Verstappen Sim Racing, whatever you want to refer to them as now. I know Max isn't the most PC person that's been around, but you know, they still have partnerships that they need to maintain, so I think the damage model is partially to blame. In big events it discourages battling. If you touch you die. I don't know. Part of it's definitely netcode. Oops. The netcode could do with an improvement. That's easier said than done. Rennsport had no damage and it didn't break through. Yeah. Very true. Yeah, I watched a really good video from that Joe, oh, how do you say his last name? It begins with an L. It's like Lo Trecciano or something like that. And he spoke about the netcode and stuff. He made a really good video on like iRacing's biggest flaws. It was really good. And he was kind of talking about the netcode and why it is the way that it is, and with the prediction code and stuff. Yeah. Joey Lo Trecciano, or however you say his name. I'm actually butchering it, but I'm sure you know who I'm talking about. I've watched quite a few of his videos, they're really good. Yeah, the second... I'll show it after this race. I'll show what video I'm talking about. If you haven't watched it, I'd recommend it, because it's pretty cool. I feel like content this year has been awesome for sim racing though. Got a lot of esports guys are getting stuck in. We've got Joey, MF Henry. Then you've got all the usual suspects. They're still killing it. iRacing needs tyre set limits and safety cars. Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing it. I will be honest with you. I always said that there's no need for safety cars in special events, like it's a sim for fuck's sake. But seeing how special events have gone over the last couple of years, and especially Nerd 24 most recently, we need something. Because these races are dead. Yeah, I've seen that pole guy as well. I've seen him pop up in my recommended, but I've never actually watched his videos in all honesty. Yeah, like content is really where it's at this year. Like as for consumers, this is the year of sim racing. You're getting so many cool videos from like top esports guys to your cinematic guys like Marcus. And then you got me just fucking rambling, not really knowing what I'm talking about, but I'm turning up every week anyway. For some reason people click on it. It's the Scottish accent. Yeah. If I actually got sponsored by Iron Brew, that would be hilarious. You have your first league race and you haven't turned a single lap. Best advice I can give is go and turn a lap. Don't procrastinate. Get stuck in. Poor practice produces piss poor performance. That's what my mum used to fucking say to me all the time. Can't expect a good result if you don't put any work in. Jamie Flute needs a Buckfast sponsor and the world will be at peace. Buckfast, man. Horrible shit. They use Buckfast on Artemis 3, they'll get to the moon in about 14 minutes. Space travel would be cured if they just fired that into a rocket. Okay, had Hypergrip there. It's magical stuff, yeah, for all the wrong reasons. I made a bit of an arse of that corner in this race. Okay. Ah. Okay, I got a feel for it now. Uh-oh. Starting to make sense in my head. Yeah, real life work kicked your ass. That's fair enough. That is fair enough. Let's see if we can string a couple nice laps together, eh? Hey, what day is it today? It's today Friday. Yeah, okay. I don't know why, like I've just lost track of my days this week. Senior moment, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Fucking hell. Yeah, it's all about weight transfer to get this car to rotate. Like, you've got a trail brake to keep the weight over the front tyres and get the turn that you want. If you drive it in too deep, it won't turn. If you don't drive it in hard enough with enough trail brake, it also won't turn. You need to drive it in with the right amount, really steady on the brake pedal, especially in the trail off phase. This car is just all about weight transfer, and you know, I said that to a couple clients the other day who were working in the P-Cup. I said to them, like, the way I've always approached the brake pedal in the P-Cup, and I mean it applies for any car, but the P-Cup more so, just with how it is I look at it obviously as a tool to slow the car down, but I'm more interested in looking at it as a weight transfer thing. So obviously the more brake pressure you have, the more weight is going forward. The less brake pressure you have, the less weight. Fucking hell. The Iron Brew bandits all over the gaff. You know, so typically if you're not getting enough turn in on entry, chances are you're either too fast or there's not enough weight over the front tyres, which means you need to trail brake more. You need to carry more trail brake pressure to really help slow it down and keep the weight where you want it. That's why when you pick throttle up in this car, the front goes really light because all the weight goes to the back, and there's nothing over the front end of these cars besides a fuel tank. So too much rotation? Yeah, so you're probably carrying too much trail brake. And you're pinching, you're putting too much weight over the front tyres, which is then pinching the inside rear, and then that's what causes the oversteer.
5 to go to stride.
That's how I've always kind of looked at it, even in the old P-Cup. Just the brake pedal was just moving weight around, not so much slowing the car down. I don't really know whether that resonates with people or not, but it's just how it made sense in my head. Following WEC at all? Nah, not really. I don't really watch too much real racing. I find it quite boring. I watch F1 just kind of because you kind of have to, you know. I like IndyCar, but that's about it. Yeah, the old P-Cup was good. I had a lot of success in that car. This new one is like its demented wee brother. It's got a few screws loose. But at the family occasions you keep him entertained anyway because he's new. And you kind of got to play with him because if you don't, the whole family give you into trouble. When in reality, the whole time you're playing with him, you're just keeping half an eye on your exit plan. Yeah, exactly, man. You gotta be on your toes. That corner feels so bad in this car. Remember in the old P-Cup I used to be able to hit it perfect like every lap and it just felt good. And this thing, it always just feels off. I don't know. I want to, like, part of me likes it to drive. Like I do, I've always liked how P-Cups drive. But there's just something weird about this one. Something really weird. It's not even just like the bouncing. Like that's, yeah, that's one big problem, sure. It's even just like the feel of the front end. Front and rear just feel completely disconnected. They don't feel like they're a part of the same car. Yeah, there's something's gone a bit stray. Yeah, nice style points. Something went a bit astray in the development phase, that's for sure. It feels a bit like a Rennsport patch. You can tell they're on the right track, and then they just got distracted midway through the update, and then just started changing a bunch of other shit that probably didn't need to be changed. Definitely an ADHD car. Okay, we kind of brought the tires back actually.
One more lap to win.
Oh, thanks, Christoph. Have fun. Ah.
We're running low on fuel. We should be able to make it to the end.
Yeah, it really hurt the front tires there through the old hairpin. F. There we go. I felt a bit better than yesterday.
You won.
That felt a bit better than yesterday. Around a wee bit. Thanks for all the follows, guys. Sorry I couldn't read them out during the race. Donington's not very easy. I don't get many opportunities to read chat. But yeah, it's very much appreciated. See lap 1 then what happened.
GG. Yeah, good race, dude. This was a sweaty one.
What, you vaping at the moment? Yeah, mate. Unfortunately. What flavour? Blueberry, sour, raspberry. Yeah, been on it for a while. You're gonna forget that race quickly. Are we in here, Cal? Oh, Callum Hutchinson, that's you, right? Okay. You're the Iron Brew Bandit? Yeah, you scared the shit out of me when I came to lap you. I thought you were staying left and then you went right over to the right. Have you heard Marcus's idea with the safety cars on iRacing? Yeah, a lot of people have been talking about safety cars recently, and in Joey's video he talked about safety cars, but I wasn't a fan of how he presented it. You know, he was like, no safety cars for the first 30 minutes or the last 30 minutes, but everywhere in between that there could be like a random safety car. And I get why he said it, because obviously at the top level teams are going to ultimately exploit that. It's going to happen. But yeah, I don't know. It's so difficult to try and implement that without it being abused. I mean, check Marcus's video out actually. I just haven't got around to watching it yet. Any good beef? Not really. Looked like a bit of a quiet one. And this guy DNF'd. All that. Everyone being so friendly. Yeah. Yeah, I know, Joe. I haven't got any buttons like left on my wheel to do it. I need to set them up on the keyboard. Uh-oh. Hold the brakes or not? Do the brake lights come on? Not yet. Do the brake lights come on? Still not yet. Still no brake lights. Oh, now they're on. Oh, okay. What are you doing, mate? That's so selfish. It's a bit of a shit corner, because you're always going to end up coming back over to the left, but it never looks good when, if you slide back across the track whilst holding 100% brake, at least you're making an effort. If you just let go of all the inputs after a spin, get prepared to be roasted by the guy you've shunted. The only thing you really can do for a hair of here is just keep it pinned. Keep it pinned and hope the car moves more that way. But with being on the grass, it's very difficult to really do anything. But yeah, at the very least, just hold the brake, because you just roll straight back across the track. And you just wipe this bloke out. Not good. And we have the results. 83 and 0.1 safety. And you really do go up slowly, don't you? With the safety rating in these races. That's insane. Let's see, I had a 103.6 best lap. What was top split? 103.5. Okay. Average of a 104.3. Average of 104.0. Did he start pole? Yeah, he did. Okay. Okay, so the average pace is okay. Then again, these two could have been battling. Ah, okay. This guy set that on lap 14, but only led one lap. So he made the move on the last lap for the win. So really it was this guy that was leading. There's no Lassie or anything yet. Normally Lassie's on by now. Right, we've got open now. We need to test out the setup. I need to try and have a look at how to get some music playing. Again, I mentioned it last week or something. I just not had any time to like adjust anything on the stream. Literally get in the rig and just hit go live as quick as possible to maximize the time that we're on for. Just don't play it on YouTube. Yeah. Yeah, yesterday's video is still going strong. Up to 3.5k views. Alright, with some puddles. We have some puddles. Where's the setup on that? I had a setup downloaded. And now it's gone. Might need it, Craig. I think, unless I put it in the wrong folder. Oh no. Wait. Oh, it's a spa setup. That's why. Thank you. Reload the garage. We should go on Omegle. Yeah, no. I don't think we will. Yo, question marks is in here. What's up, man? Question, space question. Let's go, man. Well, you guys can't see, can you? Look. Question, space question. Let's go, man. That's sick. Trader, thanks for the follow. He's Chinese. It's caused all sorts of problems in our racing system. They saw one Chinese symbol and they just put question marks. If this race is wet, by the way, I am fucked. Yeah, they definitely can't handle different languages. Definitely not. Okay, this turns a lot more than the fixed. That'd be interesting for you guys, yeah. For me, I'm just gonna die. I'll let you know in a few laps, Craig. Oh, trying to start a damn track. Okay. %100% chance before the race, then it tapers off. Okay. Definitely makes the chicane more tricky. You can't really open up for it. Get off the puddle, for fuck's sake. Oh mate, that puddle right on the inside of the left-hander is like the worst placement possible. Overdrove that a bit. Hate seeing you on Smurf, but what can I do? Sorry, I guess. We'll be on the main, hopefully next week. Don't hate the player, hate the game. Yeah, I mean... this I-rating economy is hard going. Alright, thanks Craig. Hopefully we don't need it, but you never know. Definitely attack T1 a bit more on the entry. Yeah, it's the fucking wind, I was about to say. This setup is ploughing in here all of a sudden, but it's quite a big crosswind. No, I'm just not looking where I'm driving. Worth a try. I think there's something there. Oh. Wind can eat a dick.
They said you cut the course.
Okay. My son has just woke up, so that is good timing. I have to withdraw from that race real quick. Alright, boys and girls, apologies for the short stream. Yeah. Little man decided now is the time to wake up. So yeah, I've unregistered for that race, haven't I? Yeah. Duty calls, man, yeah. Duty calls, what can you do? Yeah, we will see when I can next be on. Yeah, I'm not sure. Over the weekend might be a bit patchy, but we'll see what we can do. But yeah, thanks for watching, everyone.